pretties, it's Line Queen here. Now, this is the first time I've done a Q&A video in like a really long time. The last time I did a Q&A video was last year. So today I'm going to do a Q&A video for this year. So for those who put down your questions, I can now read them. For those who haven't submitted your questions in on time this time, I will possibly do another Q&A video maybe near the end of the year if I ever decide to, or sometime in the next year. But yeah, with that being said, let's begin. Now, I know Blaze the Firewolf asked two questions, so I'm going to read this recent one he posted. Was, would you get the chance to rewatch and review the 2000 movie Chicken Run if you have reviewed it, as I can't find it in the Shadows and Pretties playlist? To answer that, I don't think I have seen Chicken Run, but I will consider reviewing that maybe at some point in the near future of Shadows and Pretties. I do plan to review that. And another few things that Blaze the Firewolf asks. He asks me if I would review the other Don Bluth films I've not talked about, like All Dogs Go to Heaven franchise, The Pebble and the Penguin, and The Secret of the Nymph movie. The Secret of the Nymph, I do have, plans on reviewing that one. Pebble and the Penguin, I also do plan to review that one as well. And the All Dogs Go to Heaven franchise, I'm only going to review the first two because I think the third one's a Christmas special, and I will review that one when Christmas comes around again. But I haven't seen the first two in a really long time, so I'm going to have to take the opportunity to rewatch the first two movies. So, Movie Watcher 123 asks 5 questions. One being, what is your favorite movie from 1970s movie? That is actually a pretty hard one, to be honest. I mean, if I have to guess one of them, that would have to be the Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, the Gene Wilder one. That's the one I would have to pick from 1970s because there's so many of them. I can't remember which ones came out in the 70s, so that's why I picked the Gene Wilder Willy Wonka. Number 2, if you had $10 million, what would you buy with it? That is actually a good question. I could buy like a lot of things actually with that. Could probably buy a few horses and board them at stables, so that's probably what I would do with it. And the third question, what is your opinion on Amtrak? I don't know who that is, so I can't really say because I don't know who that is. Have you ever wondered what it would be like to see cartoons in real life? Um, that would be quite interesting. I like to see that actually, if that were to be the case. And the fifth question, would you live in an apartment at a high-rise building? No, not really crazy on apartments, but, high-rise building, I don't know, to be honest. That's actually a good question. So there's that. Okay, so Keisha Leonardo asks some 5 questions. What is my favorite characters from Telltale's The Walking Dead? I do have a couple of them. One of them being Lily, Clementine, Lee, Carly, Javier Garcia, and Kate Garcia. Those are my 6 favorite characters from it. I know there's some other characters too, but the list would just go long and long. So those are my 6 favorite characters. I just said, what are my favorites. Number 2, what is your favorite adult animations? If I have to say adult animations, that would have to be Mike Judge's Beavis and Butthead. I know it's an adult show, but still, that's a pretty awesome animation of Beavis and Butthead. But other than that, there's so many of them, I can't really name them all because it's like so many of them to choose from. Question number 3. What do you think of the current horror movies in the year? Some of them are kind of hit or miss because it kind of really depends on, what the movie is. So, yeah, there's definitely that. Hit or miss. 4th question. What are your favorite web animations? That is actually kind of a hard one because there's so many web animations, but if I had to say one of them, that would have to be Hazbin Hotel. Although I do know they're making more episodes, I just don't know when. The pilot episode was pretty good though. I'm not gonna lie. That one was fan-frickin-tastic. And the 5th question. What are your favorite characters from Scooby-Doo? Now this is actually a pretty popular question a lot of people do ask me, so you know what? I'm going to go ahead and answer this one. So my favorite characters from Scooby-Doo have to be the Hex Girls, Scooby and Shaggy, and Daphne. Those are my 4 favorite characters. But I really do hope that the Hex Girls come back more often for more Scooby-Doo stuff, episodes and that, because that would be awesome. So Johnny Guglar asks, are you interested in reading Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: The Last Ronin? I'm not sure what that story is, but I'll consider taking a look at it, but no guarantees if I'll read it or not. Zell Tiger Girl asks, why is your favorite animal called the lion and your favorite color called purple too? Um, Lion, why it's my favorite animal is because, well, I like The Lion King. It's actually one of my favorite Disney movies. And yeah, lion's been really good, although I do like horses too. Horses are a good animal too. And my favorite color purple, it's because I like it. I like the color purple. I do like some other colors, but purple's my ultimate favorite. George Carapella asks, do you love The Lion Guard? I personally really enjoyed The Lion Guard, although I haven't really watched too much of it, like, in a while. So my memory is kind of fuzzy when it comes to The Lion Guard. But The Lion Guard's pretty good. So Amani White asks me a few questions. One of them being, do you like to watch Adult Swim? And if you do, what is your favorite show to watch on Adult Swim? Robot Chicken's a pretty good one. Although I haven't really caught up with it much in a while, so there's that. Another question is, what do you dream of sometimes? I just mainly dream about stuff like what would happen if I had like millions of subscribers on my channel. Those kind of dreams. Most of them are good though. In the future, would you like to go to Universal Studios? I would like to go to Universal Studios someday. I think it's a pretty good theme park as well as Disney World. I do plan to visit there someday. Okay, another set of questions from Amani White. This first one is another one is, what is your favorite Disney Playhouse Disney show to watch? There's a couple of them I do like. One of them being JoJo Circus, Little Einsteins, Imagination Movers, The Book of Pooh, The Many and New Adventures of Winnie the Pooh, and Bear in the Big Blue House. Those are my ultimate favorites, but I think the best one I watched more often was Bear in the Big Blue House. That one was the best. I'm not gonna lie. Bear in the Big Blue House was awesome. Okay, what is the best video have you ever done on your channel? Well, this is actually a pretty good question because there's some videos I am proud of doing and I like them, but then there's a few videos. I mean, before when I was recording stuff on my phone before I got my laptop back in 2020, the videos weren't really as great as I used to view them back then. I think they're honestly garbage, but the ones I'm making now, they're a lot more better quality. They're a lot more better in my eyes. So the best video I have to say was the SML pasta I am sorry chef PP. Even though that story was not good, but I still enjoyed making the video, and that's actually one of the most popular videos on my channel. I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty big in views, so it is on my channel. You guys can go and find it if you like. But I also suggest you look through it on popular videos and you'll see why. So the third one, what is your favorite social media platform? I do like YouTube. I do like Facebook, Instagram, but I think my most favorite would have to be YouTube because that's where I can, show off my videos and, do some narrations and stuff. So YouTube's my favorite social media platform. And the last question from Amani White is, what do you like to do on your free time? I mainly just, go look for some creepypastas that I want to read, or I just go do some stuff in the house that needs to be done, that kind of thing. So that's what I do mostly in my free time, is just look for some good stories that I may consider reading or whatever. Other than that, I'm just, on other places. TTXXEX says, who is Shemen Luan? Do you know them by any chance, and do you watch their videos? I'm not sure who that is, so if you can let me know who who that person is in the comments below, that'd be great. Stardust Studios asks, what's your favorite Marvel movie? I would have to say Spider-Man because I haven't really watched too much Marvel or DC in a long time. And she asks, do you like my stories? I personally do like them, Stardust Studios. They're pretty good. Although I do wish to have more time to get to them. It's just I've been busy with, stuff going on in my real life and stuff. It's just really crazy, but I will try and get to more of your stories in the future, so you could bet on that. So Akira asks, do you like Kanagami Torisugi from Moralicious? I don't know who that is, so if you can let me know what that is, because that's probably an anime I don't even know. So there's that. Thomas T-Bone asks, what are your top 5 Star Wars movies? I can't really answer that. I do apologize. It's mainly because I haven't watched any of the Star Wars movies in a really long time, so yeah. I'm gonna have to skip that question for a while actually because I have not watched any of the Star Wars movies in a long time. So, but I mean, one of them being Rise of Skywalker's in that one as well as The Last Jedi, that's in there as well. But I haven't watched any of the Star Wars movies in like a long time, so I can't really answer that one. Origin Glad asks, what motivated you to start reading stories? Well, I mostly got inspired by a few narrators from the creepypasta community, like Creepypasta, Mr. Creepypasta, Mr. Deer. There's a few other narrators that I can name, the big popular creepypasta narrators. So I decided, you know what, maybe I should give narrating a go, and I started narrating since late 2018, early 2019, and I personally enjoy narrations, and it became a hobby for me of what I do enjoy. So Nick Cooper asks, which guest on the Jerry Springer show was the most insane? I don't know what the Jerry Springer show is, so I cannot answer that because I don't really know what that show is. But if you can let me know what it is in the comments below, maybe I'll watch the show and get more once I get more context of it. Jacob Five-ish asks me favorite Disney characters and why. Simba because he's a pretty good character in The Lion King. He has a big role and stuff. Coda from, well, Brother Bear because I found him adorable as a cub. He's adorable. Stitch because I honestly thought he was a cute character. The Beast from Beauty and the Beast because he was a pretty awesome Beast character in the movie. And the fifth one, which is another Disney character I like, is Robin Hood. I thought Robin Hood was a really good character. The Disney Robin Hood movie was good. And that's probably one of the reasons why I became a furry. That's probably one of the reasons, as well as Zootopia. So CJB Studios asks me 5 questions. One being, what got you into making YouTube videos as far when you started on your channel back in 2012? Now, to be honest, I really just uploaded random stuff. I didn't really know what kind of type of content I would want to do. So I basically just went ahead and, just did some random content. But then eventually I started getting to creepypastas. And when I got some courage, I finally decided, you know what, maybe I should go ahead and, get started on creepypastas. So that's where I got to where I am today. So, yeah. And yeah, I uploaded random stuff on my channel back then, but that was a long time ago. And the stuff that I uploaded back then were pure cringe. So there's that. And they weren't really the best videos either. Second question. How did you get into Scooby Doo, The Lion King, and the original Teen Titans? Now, for The Lion King, I had a bunch of VHS tapes of Disney, and The Lion King 1 and 2 were actually the most watched ones I've watched on my VCR back when I was a kid. And as for Scooby Doo, I've always loved cartoons and Scooby Doo ever since I was a kid. I mean, whenever I had used to have VHS tapes of Scooby Doo, and I still do have some of them, and I do have some DVDs and stuff. So I used to watch Scooby Doo quite a lot as a kid, even when I was in school. The original Teen Titans, I got into it back, I think, in uh, sometime in 2006 or something, when I was flipping through channels and I came across Cartoon Network, an episode of Teen Titans was playing. And the first episode of it I ever watched was Nevermore, and I really liked it. So I started watching the show more and more, and that's how I got into it. So, yeah. The third question is, I know asked this a couple times before, but out of all my Loud House stories you narrated, which one is your favorite and why? I like the Lucy Loud Halloween one because mainly it suits Lucy, especially with, even though it's more of a poem, but I really could see this setting being perfect for Lucy because we know Lucy's the goth and she actually really likes spooky stuff. So I really think that that suits Lucy really good. And that's honestly why I really enjoyed it. Now, question number 4. If you have dressed up as a character from Scooby Doo, who would it be? I did dress up as Daphne, I think a few years ago for Halloween. I think it was 2012 or 2013 of Halloween. So, if I were to dress up as a Scooby Doo character again, I'd probably dress up as one of the Hex Girls. So, there's that question answered. The last question from CJB Studios asks me, since I've been on YouTube for a year now, what do you think of me as a content creator and a person in general? As a person in general, even though we may make a mistake here and there, but I think you're pretty cool as a person. Like, you're pretty cool. You always, you always comment on my stuff and show your support, which is awesome. And as a content creator, I like your THX content, even though I don't comment them as much, because YouTube notification bell does not, alert me most of the time, which I gotta say, YouTube, fix your goddamn notification bell. But other than that, your content's pretty good, dude. I think you could maybe consider maybe trying, maybe creepypasta narrations if you're comfortable with it. And if you are comfortable with it, feel free to give that a shot if you feel like you want to give creepypasta narrations a go. And I think it's good for you to give that a go. So that way you can expand your channel, in content, and it would honestly help out a lot more. But that's just me. If you want to give creepypasta narrations a go, you are more than welcome to go ahead and do that. Gotcha Tales 800 asks, what year would you like to go back in time? If I had to say one year I would like to go back in time, it would have to be 2017 because that was around the time when I got to see It Chapter 1 in theaters, and that is the first rated R movie I've ever seen in theaters. And not gonna lie, being 18 and turning 19 in August of 2017 was the best. Despite that I was having, some issues in school back then. But I'll talk about, my rough year and my final year of high school in another video because I don't feel comfortable talking about this in this video right now because the video would be extra long. So, yeah, I don't want to make it extra long. Shadow Spectator HD asks, when did you have an interest in writing and narration? Well, I started writing creepypastas back in 2012, although the grammar on it wasn't really the best. And I got started in narrating back in late 2018 because I decided to give narrations a go. And I got better at it as I go, even though I may not be the best at narrating stories, but I at least know what I'm doing and I at least do my best to make it, at least smooth as I can. The thing that really bugs me about it is, since I have dyslexia and I'm dyslexic. I am slow when it comes to reading sometimes, and that's kind of why I stutter. So there's that. And if people are gonna say, "Oh, you're using it as an excuse," well, you don't have any proof of that, okay? And I'm just saying that for anybody who's gonna make up accusations of that. But despite that, I honestly really like narration. I actually saw a bunch of people narrating, like creepypasta narrators, and decide, why not I give this a go? And think that maybe it would be good. So Cherry Coner asks me, in the future, would you like to meet Tara Strong? Hell yes. I would definitely like to meet her because she was a legend at, voicing tons of characters like My Little Pony, Teen Titans, Ben 10. So many characters Tara Strong has voiced. And I mean, she is a legend. I mean, I've always liked her as a kid, and I always wanted to meet her in person as a kid. And I hope that time comes someday where I will meet her in the future. I really do hope to meet her in the future. That's one of the actors for Teen Titans that I really personally like to meet, as well as Robin's voice actor. All right, Bailey Maloney asks, if you have to choose a Universal Pictures monster to spend a day with, would you rather walk in the garden with Dracula or run in the forest with a werewolf? That's kind of a hard question, but if I was athletic, I would run in the forest with a werewolf. So there's that. But the other question, that would kind of depends. As long as Dracula's not getting, melted from existence by the sun. So, yeah. Marvel Fan 101 asks 2 questions. One of them being, are you excited for the Five Nights at Freddy's movie coming out in October? I actually really hope that the movie is good, so I will give that movie a go. And if it's a good movie, I'll consider reviewing it for Shadows and Pretties once I've seen it. But we'll see when it comes out, because I'm hoping it's good, though. And the second question asks, are you ready for and excited for Paw Patrol, the Mighty movie in September? I still have to watch the Paw Patrol movie, like the one that came out in, I think, not last year, but the year before. I still gotta watch that one. But this, the Mighty movie, I really hope it's good. So I'm giving that a thumbs up. Hopefully that it's good. So I really do hope that movie is good. And the last 2 questions go to the Vocoded Network. One of them being, what is your favorite horse on Horseland? Both. If I have to say, my 2 best favorite land horses would have to be between Scarlet and Pepper. I do like them both, but I think Scarlet's my most favorite because Pepper can be sometimes of a bully in the show. And the second question is, did you know that Toy Story is getting a 5th movie? I actually did hear and see that, and it's actually pretty surprising. So I do hope that the 5th Toy Story movie is good. I really do hope that the 5th Toy Story movie is just as good as the other ones. So I really don't know what the plot of it is going to be about. So yeah, that's going to be interesting. But anyways, I guess with that being said, that's all the questions that are in here. If you guys have not submitted your questions, I will do another Q&A sometime in the future, hopefully soon. But like I said before, I really do hope that that becomes the case. But like I said before, I do hope to do another Q&A video maybe somewhere down the line, but I'm not going to guarantee when that will be. So, with that being said and that being the case, yeah. Anyways, I want to thank you so much for watching this video, and if you're new to my channel, feel free to leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you're new. Ring the bell for notifications to when I upload, so that way you guys will not miss an upload. Also, if you are interested in following my DeviantArt account, you are more than welcome to go follow me on DeviantArt. If you're also interested in following my Twitter, be sure to, follow my Twitter as well. If you're interested in my subscribing to my backup channel known as Miss Dark Shigo, you are more than welcome to do that as well. It will links to those that I stated before where to follow me will be on the about page of my channel. So you guys will be able to go see those. And as always, yeah. I hope you all have a good day, night, evening, morning, wherever your time zone you guys are at. And as always, I will be seeing you all in the next video. Peace out. And like always, please roll the outro because I'm out.